we got a new addition to the YouTube channel. Let me show you. Yeah, great big smile for this one. Hopefully you guys already recognize this as the last, biggest, and baddest triple Polaris made. So this is a 99 XCR800. They did make the same XCR800 with a Gen 2 body style in 2000 and 2001. But, you know, fundamentally the same sled, same motor. So, and the motor is probably what most of you want to see. So let's get a look under the hood. Check that out. All right, we'll stop right there and I'll tell you the story. So on one of my videos, somebody left a comment, are you interested in a 99 XCR? And we exchanged information, everything worked out. So yesterday, Greg and I drove up to Evelyn, Minnesota. We met a really nice guy, Chris, and his wife, and they drove down from International Falls at the Sled, and we made the exchange there. Didn't really stop to look at it too much, other than the fact that it ran. Did a quick look under the hood, but it was 0 degrees in Evelyn yesterday in the morning. So we just loaded it up. So this is really the first time I'm looking at it when it's not sitting on a trailer, an enclosed trailer, which is kind of hard to look at things. So let's take a look together. Oh yeah, we'll show you a picture of Chris here. All right, thanks, Chris. This sled's pretty cool. So there you go. This sled, I'm not going to kid you, it's got 10,000 miles on it. And yep, I bought it anyways. It's a good candidate for a project. What makes these so special? Well, the bottom end is a case reed. It's a lot like an Ultra motor, but the top end, as you can see, has variable exhaust, and it's got Mikuni rack carbs on it. So it makes the big jam. According to Dynotech magazine, these things made 155 horsepower stock with the airbox on at 50 degrees. So that's pretty healthy for a, you know, for a 90s sled. And being a 99, I still count it as a 90 sled. But triple pipe triple, pretty excited about that. I haven't even looked at the clutches or anything yet. Let's take a look. I mean, I have done zero evaluation other than loading it on my trailer, and I made one lap around Greg's yard before I filmed this. So let's see what we got going on in there. Well, they don't visually look bad. It's got the right belt, that 1075. Nothing feels too loose. Chris did tell me he put in different heavier weights and a lighter spring because he was basically ice fishing with this thing. So it's not clutched for perfection. It's actually detuned on the clutching today. I do have the original clutching to put in it, the square wire spring and the 1060 weights. So I'll be doing that. But let's see, what else is there even to show you? I mean, it's a 10,000 mile sled, but it's not in bad shape for the miles. Everything looks good. It sounds good. I know you're not believing me on the miles, but there it is, 10,672. That's a lot of miles. But I don't know. I don't think that's the original seat. That's probably an aftermarket seat cover. Hood's okay, no major cracks. You know, I mean, it's a 10,000 mile sled, so there's going to be a few scuffs here and there, but it's really not bad. I'll be replacing that. I've already looked, and those are nearly impossible to find in Indy red, so I'm going to have to paint a purple one or something, unless somebody has an Indy red one they want to send me. But I don't know what else to show you. I mean, it's got a track. It's got some studs. The studs are pretty worn out. Let's pull the rope. There you go. She starts right up. She's running great. So there's a little evaluation ride of this XCR800, and I learned a lot of things. So first off, I want to say thanks to Chris for selling me this. I feel like I got a good deal, very fair deal, especially considering he threw in a reverse box and a cover, and he drove 100 miles down to meet me. So really appreciate you, Chris. So with that said, nobody expected a perfect sled, and it's not. I've got work to do, and I don't buy perfect sleds. I don't want a perfect sled for the channel. Then that's like one video. Hey, look at my perfect sled. I'll just go interview people about their perfect sleds. So what do I need to do about this? Well, it doesn't turn worth the crap, so that's carbides or something else. New skis and carbides, maybe. Let's see. The belt is chirping. I got to adjust the belt deflection. The clutching, I'm going to set it back to the XCR800 clutching. I'm not happy with this clutching Chris put in. I understand why he did it. He was using it for ice fishing and he wanted to tame the sled down. Well, that's certainly not my goal. The carbs, yep, I need to go in and make sure it's got the black slides before I ride it anymore. I'm well aware of the green slides. I need needles and seats in the carbs because when I go to hot start it, it's flooded. So we'll be going through the carbs. They're Mikuni rack carbs on this thing, as you saw earlier. What else? I don't know. Whatever else as it comes up. It's got an eBay water pump on it. So I'm working with Tim to get the right water pump and get it rebuilt by Tim at Precision Pumps. If you have a core for this, for an XCR 700 or 800, let me know. Otherwise, Tim's got a call out for cores too. But leave a comment if you got a core water pump for this. Otherwise, I might roll the dice with the eBay pump and with the crank seals that are in it and just ride it a bit this winter. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just get all my stuff together and just do both of those just as preventive maintenance. The motor itself, I believe it's fundamentally sound. I should probably take a look at the exhaust valves, make sure they're not all gunked up. Did look like Chris was running VS oil in there, I believe. So they're probably fine. I don't know. That'll get me started on the sled. I mean, obviously, there's a lot more work I could do on this thing. So with that said, please hit subscribe. There'll be more videos on this sled. Next summer, we'll be getting the Lonnie's XC700, and there's other sleds in between. My Ultra's coming up really soon. So hit subscribe. And if you really like the channel, consider going to Patreon and signing up to be a patron. You can see their names up here next to me. So when you sign up for Patreon, obviously you get your name up on the screen, and you sign up for $5 or $10 a month, and you get to see all the videos early and ad-free. You get Patreon-only videos and sometimes pictures and other things. And there's been quite a few lately. So consider that if you're a big fan. Also, you can hit super thanks. And I want to say thanks to Tim Went, who just now, in the last few minutes, gave us a $25 super thanks to the channel for Christmas. Merry Christmas, Tim. Really appreciate you. Those super thanks really help us out. They really wake up the YouTube algorithm and make it promote the channel. So really appreciate that. So with all that said, we'll see you on the trails. Well, here's another thing I learned about the XCR800. It's getting the reverse chain case sooner rather than later. Yeah, I filled it up before I left home and it's empty. That is one heck of a chain case leak.